Good.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing?
Hello.
Thanks for coming out on this beautiful Saturday morning.
Good, Mike.
Appreciate you guys being here. I know it's hot, and I know it's, there's a lot of times on Saturdays you can be with your family, so appreciate that. Thought it was a good scrimmage. Most important thing we did was stay healthy, which, as you guys know by now, in scrimmage situations, that's always what we look for first and foremost. A lot of things we can correct on the film. Just wanted to get a lot of people on tape. We played everybody. That was our plan today. We wanted to see as many reps as we could. We had 135 reps today if you count special teams. And to me, it was a matter of how can we see as much football as we can see to help our guys be where they want to be and see where we feel like they fit in best. A lot of young, some veteran transfer guys that we haven't seen get tackled very much. So all of that was good, and that was really the goal of today. So I think that offensively we had a lot of good ball plays today, and especially our one group. And then I feel like overall in the second half of the scrimmage, the defense came back and battled pretty good. So we'll see what the tape looks like, but a lot to learn from for sure.
What kind of impact has Taylor Upshaw made on your defense?
Well, you could see his size, his frame, his ability to rush the passer. Comes from a program like Michigan where he understands what hard work looks like. He understands what type of practices we run. We really emulate a lot of Michigan stuff from my time with Coach Harbaugh. The way we dress at practice, the type of practices we run, the length of our practices, what we expect of our players, the idea of just loving football. And so he does a great job in the locker room and on the playing field of really helping us there.
This is your third one of these.
Yeah.
The talent's very noticeable different. Could you talk about that, how improved it's become from your third?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that what we try to do, and we talked about this each year, right? From, we really called year one, year zero. We were not able to really bring in any players from the outside. Most of the players that we had, other than a few random transfers there at the end, were players that were here, and we had to try to develop them in a short period of time to play the type of football we wanted to play. The next year, we really tried to do a great job of recruiting. That was T-Mac's class and Fisch and Priceock's class and Speedy's class and Jonah's class, and both Jonah's. And that class really came in and made a difference. And then, obviously, then we had the transfers come in with Jedd and company, and then Cowing and et cetera. So the talent has continued to build. But I'll tell you what else has been the development of the players that either were here or that got here, the way they look, the way they really are work in the weight room, the way they are taking care of their bodies in the training room. I'll get a picture from the training room, and there'll be 30 guys in there getting treatment, taking care of their body, getting ready for practice. And when you have that mentality, that's when you start really seeing a difference. So I think each year we hope to have better talent. Every year we're here. That's the ultimate goal.
Are you where you expect to be camp-wise at this point of it?
Yeah, in terms of what we've put in, we're where we want to be. In terms of our installations, in terms of our execution, we could always be better. I think that our guys have a much better feel of the offense and the defense this year than they did a year ago. I think that's showing up. I would say it is showing up. What we've asked of our quarterback is beginning to show up. His control at the line of scrimmage, his ability his decision making, scramble when needed, but continue to work on playing in the pocket and get better. I would say defensively, they're in year 2 of the system. They're still working out some of the changes, but you could see them playing faster. And that's really what I'm looking for at camp. We're 3 weeks away from opening day. We have 7 great camp days ahead of us, 4 of which will be in pads. And with that mentality, we need to really use this week as our week to get technique, fundamentals, and toughness down. And then the following 2 weeks, we'll figure out how we start game planning. And now we're in that 20-hour rule after that.
We saw a glimpse of Speedy's ability on that long run out there. How do you incorporate him into the mix when you have so many talented players at the spots that he plays?
Yeah, the biggest thing with Speedy is, as we talked about it, is you could only play if you protect the football. So if the ball's on the ground in practice, the ball's on the ground in different places, different situations, it's much harder to play you. So for Speedy, he's taking great pride in, hey, I'm going to take care of the ball. I can pass protect. And, of course, when I have the ball in open space, I can go. But what we can't do is we can't, A, telegraph what we're doing every time he's in the game. And then, B, we have to make sure that there's a trust factor between he and everyone on that offense that he's going to be able to lift up the offense in the way that he's shown today that he can do.
Is that why he's not on kick return because of the ball
We're working
security
through
issue?
kick return. He'll be on kick return. He's one of the 4 bodies that will start working on kick return. He just took a lot of reps today on offense because we were taking some reps off of Mike. And then G7 is showing up as a returner as well. So he has another one, but he put the ball on the ground over there. So we're going to have to talk about that too. Those are the things that, we can be a really good team, an average team, or a not so good team, depending how many times we turn the ball over this year.
Jedd,
Seems
how
like
do you feel
G7.
about your second level of wide receivers, and do you think you'll be able to incorporate more guys into your offense this year in terms of pass catching?
Yeah, I think we're getting better there. Kevin Green just had a little bit of a nick on his shoulder, so we didn't play him very much. He's had a nice camp. Malachi needs to keep growing and learning, but has a lot of ability. Carlos showed up today. He looks like he's got something there. Those guys have all gotten better. I think that there's there's a lot of places for these guys to improve and make an impact. And AJ showed up today. AJ had probably his best day. So yeah, I think guys will play more. We'll substitute more. Our goal is to develop, get them ready, and then when they're ready, we play them. And we don't really worry about how many reps a guy has. We're going to play the 3 best, and then when the 4th best is ready to go in, then the number 3 guy is going to be able to take a break. So it's on the 1, 2, and 3 to pressure 4, 5, and 6 to keep getting better, so they don't have to play every snap.
What has Martell Irby brought to not only the team on the field but in the locker room?
His leadership is through the roof. His maturity through the roof. His passion. Talk about embracing. Hey, I want to be a great special teams player. I'm going to embrace it. Hey, I want to impact the game any way I can. Embrace it. He has a maturity about himself. He's older. He's been through some things. He thought football was over for him. And he came back as a walk-on, paying for it himself just to be able to be a part of this. And then if you don't feel that energy and passion, I don't know what you could feel from as a team. So our guys have really embraced Martell and embraced not only his work, not only how he's playing the game with his passion, but really how he's leading from the front.
What have you liked about your offensive line this training camp and the progress of Raymond Polito at right guard?
Yeah, I think the offensive line is a strength for our team. I don't know how many times that's been said in Tucson over the years, but you look at Jordan Morgan, you look at Jonas Sevenea, you look at Josh Baker, then you look at putting guys in. Really, Wowo came in here as a true freshman and started the last 6 games of last year. Now you've got Polito coming in, who's done a great job. Now you've got veteran guys that are 6, 7, and 8. So now you have depth, right? All 8 guys are 300-pound plus. All 8 guys are giving you power, and if we're able to move guys around and be able to give you multiple position value. So Coach Carroll's done an incredible job of not only recruiting the right players, but then developing them.
One quick question from Steve here.
What do you make of the safety competition?
Safety competition is one of our bigger competitions for sure. You've got a mixture of Dalton, Maldonado, Wernell, Isaiah Taylor. And those 4 guys, and then you add in Genesis Smith, guys are constantly trying to figure out who's going to be our field safety, our boundary safety. Do we need to play more than 2 guys? Do we need to rotate them in? Do we keep them fresher that way? Because right now, none of them have really separated themselves to become the top guy, and no one's separated themselves and dropped off the list. So no one's bottomed out. No one's hit that ceiling yet. So good thing we got 3 more weeks of camp, because right now I don't know who we would start opening day.
Jedd, real quick, I covered Keenum 30-some years ago. Nothing's really changed in him. How is it having his voice here?
Yeah, he's got great passion, energy. I don't think, I think probably, there's such a thing as an undersell. Okay. So I call up Coach David Shaw and I said, Coach Shaw, tell me about Coach Aquina. I'm really looking for passion and energy on the field, and, someone that's really excited about Coach, and, does he have that? And he said, yeah, you won't be disappointed with that. Coach Shaw, take it about 50 notches higher than that. He has been incredible. His passion, his energy, nothing's changed from, it sounds like, 25 years ago when he was here last. He's all over our guys. He's making them better every single day, and he's making our coaches better. So he's been great. Thanks, Steve. Okay, we'll see you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.